Mathematics is one of the core subjects in the K-12 curriculum. Based on the records from the last 3 school years, from 2018 to 2019, 2019 to 2020, and 2020 to 2021. Mathematics in Dela Elementary School got the lowest MPS across all learning areas and across all levels. For the school year 2021-2022, amidst the pandemic, mathematics received a low MPS of 72.62% across all learning areas based on the Consolidated Learning Outcomes Assessment for the first quarter period. Project BILANG means boost interest in learning arithmetic in the new normal generation. The CI team comprises of yours truly as the project owner, Sir Richard Christian Arreyes as the team leader, and Ma Leonor M. Singapan as the CI coordinator. Anchored to DEP and Order Number 8 Series of 2015, Policy Guidelines on Classroom Assessment for the K-12 Basic Education Program.
Based on the results shown in the affinity diagram, direction and examples got the highest scores among all the teams included in the survey. Out of 66 respondents, this team got 33 responses.
Current SciPo. In teaching learning process, we focused on the idea, introduction, development, engagement, and assimilation. To start, we discussed the previous lesson for them to catch up and relate the new lesson, directing to the setting of the purpose. We gave an easy and visible examples for them to picture out the lesson. Next, we discussed the concept arising to mastery. After the discussion, we gave the activities that contains example for them to recognize the direction and to know the steps in solving problem. Thereafter are the learning task activities for their application, followed by the generalization and short evaluation to measure if they understand the modular lesson.
Our focus problem statement: out of 335 grade 5 pupils of Dela Elementary School, 127 or 38% got below 75% in the summative test result in the first quarter period during school year 2021-2022. Our objective is to increase at least 10% of the grade 5 MPS from 70.23 to 77.23 at the end of the school year 2021-2022.
The YY analysis. After a thorough analysis and gathering different possibilities, we come up with the controllable issues such as limited discussion, lack of sample, lack of vocabulary, difficulty in understanding, lack of visual presentation, and minimal example and discussion.
And these are the recommended improvement for the priority root causes. Number 1. Limited discussions. The recommended improvement is to allot pages for discussions. Number 2. Lack of sample. The recommended improvement is to create more samples that are congruent with the learning task. Number 3. Lack of vocabulary. It is recommended that it includes unlocking of terms and simplify mathematical terms. Number 4. Difficulty in understanding the English language. The recommended improvement is to simplify terms used and include translation of directions and discussions. And the last one is lack of visual representation. The recommended improvement is to add colored visual representation. And for our future SciPo, we focus on revising the steps under the development, engagement, and assimilation stages. Here are the revised steps under the development stage. Adds additional discussions, gives more samples that are congruent with the learning task, uses simplified mathematical terms for easy understanding of learners, unlocks mathematical terms, and translate directions and discussions in Filipino. Under the engagement stage, here are the revised steps. adds additional discussions, gives more samples that are congruent with the learning task, uses simplified mathematical terms for easy understanding of learners, unlocks mathematical terms, translate directions and discussions in Filipino, and uses colored visual representation. Under the assimilation stage, here are the revised steps. Uses simplified mathematical terms for easy understanding of learners, unlocks mathematical terms, and translate directions and discussions in Filipino.
Here are some of the activities under the implementation. Presentation of implementation plan to the project owner and the process owner. The preparation of contextualized learning activity sheet and summative test based on the recommended improvements. The revision and reproduction of learning activity sheets. The conduct of pilot testing. Analysis of the results of the pilot testing. And the conduct of rollout implementation. The following table shows the cost-benefit analysis. Project BILANG is the best project because it has the smallest cost with the same benefit and got the highest ratio. The table shows the potential problem analysis, wherein learners will be unable to grasp the concept of the specific skills or competency got the highest impact and likelihood. Preventive action, allot pages for discussion, and add simple complex discussion. Learners will only gain limited idea about the skills, also garner the highest impact and likelihood. Preventive action is allot pages for more samples.
Pilot testing. The graph shows that after the conduct of pilot testing, the MPS increased enormously from 70.23% to 90.71%. This is supported by the level of proficiency, which clearly shows the great effect of innovative teaching and learning process in modular distance learning, from 68% non-proficient to 0%, and from 0% highly proficient to 72%. Since the conduct of Project BILANG, the mathematics MPS of grade 5 is increasing from 65.18% to 69.9% to 77.96% in fourth quarter. As you can see, Project BILANG surpassed the expected increase of 10% after the implementation of innovative teaching and learning process. The comparative analysis graph shows that out of 325 students in grade 5, 323 or 99% fall under 75% above grade.
Lesson learned during the conduct of CI Project BILANG. Develop creative activities applicable to different learning modalities. Consider individual differences among the learners. Always provide clear instructions. Follow up on students that are having difficulties in performing the task. Monitor students' performances to arise at a suitable amplification activities and to make sure on the mastery of the lesson. And observe and apply preventive measures in lessening number of dropout and repeating students. Thank you very much. God bless and mabuhay.